is known as the Spider-Man murderer. Theodore Edward Connies, also known as the Denver Spider-Man murderer, was an American drifter. He had a few jobs, but he was mostly homeless throughout his adult life. One cold September night, Connies broke into Philip Peters' house, who was an old man living all alone. Initially, Connies only broke into the house to steal food and money, but as Connies lurked around the house, he found a small trap door that led to a narrow attic and decided to begin living there. Connies lived in the attic for 5 weeks, only coming down to steal food from the fridge when Peter was gone, until one day when Peter came home early. Seeing a stranger in his house, Peter immediately struck Connie with his cane. But Connies fought back and attacked Peter with a heavy iron stove shaker that was nearby and ended up murdering Peter. Connies then hid back in the attic. But Peter's body was discovered later that same day by his neighbor who was expecting Peter for dinner. The neighbor called the cops, who arrived shortly after and began searching the house. Part 2 coming soon. This man is known as the Spider-Man murderer. Part 2. Sorry for the wait. The police searched the entire house and even found the trap door, but didn't think anyone could fit through it, so they didn't investigate it. The mysterious death of Peter's remained unsolved, and Connies remained living in the attic. Peter's wife, who had been sick during his death, now moved into the house and began living there with her maid. They would often hear strange sounds, which led them to believe that the house was haunted, and so they moved out. And again, Connie continued living in the attic. But one day, the police were doing a routine check of the house when they suddenly heard a lock clicking from upstairs. They ran upstairs and caught a glimpse of Connie's legs as he was climbing into the attic. They grabbed him by the legs, pulled him down, and arrested him. Later that same day, he confessed to murdering Peter. Upon hearing his story, the newspapers labeled him Denver Spider-Man, and he was sentenced to life in prison, where he died in 1967.